Hello and welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. Nora, a lot of these are backwards. Your dyslexia is showing through. That's backwards, that's backwards, that's backwards. Some of them are good. See, that one's good. That 5, but that 5 is backwards. Welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. Today I will be giving you the Capper Comparison Picks for UFC Fight Night 184, also known as UFC Vegas 18, Overeem versus Volkov. These are the replacement fights. Already did breakdowns, Capper Comparison Pick breakdowns for pretty much every other fight on the card except for the main and co-main event. These fights are, for example, Osbourne was supposed to go against Jaynes, but he withdrew for some reason. So now he's going against Jerome Rivera. That is a prelim fight. I believe it's the opening fight on the card now. And here, Jaynes is replacing, I forget, I can tell you, hold on. Jaynes is coming in short notice to replace Alex De Silva, and finally Askar, not Askarov, not totally different fighter, not him. Askar is coming in to replace Andre Ewell, because Ewell withdrew. Wow. Yep, some of these, like I said though, some of these are wrong. 11, 12, the 12, that is, the 2 is backwards. 13, 14, 15, the 5 is backwards. Then the 6, these are all good, except for the 7. You'll get it. You just got a little dyslexia of it, but it's alright. Mommy does too. She got over it. And so will you. Alright, if you're new to my show, what I do is I take free picks off the internet from my favorite sports handicappers, and I put them side by side. Guys, these replacement fights, there's not really much side by side because look at the lines on all these are pretty wide, except for this one. So, 8 can't be backwards, silly girl. I'm gonna pull that dangly tooth right out of your head. Anyway, I'll just get right into this. Let's start out with featherweight fight. Between Osbourne, the Jamaican sensation, and Jerome Rivera, the Renegade. Jerome the Renegade Rivera. Osbourne comes in with a record of 8-3, deja vu. Like I said, he originally was supposed to fight Alex De Silva, Dennis Bondar. And Dennis Bondar was a big favorite in that fight, but since he withdrew, now Osbourne is the favorite because he's going against Jerome Rivera, who is, since his UFC debut, has not been doing well. He got knocked out by Tyson Nam, and then he lost to unanimous decision to Francisco Figueiredo. That was his most recent fight. Osbourne is also coming off a loss to Brian Kelleher. Boom! Brian Kelleher choked him out with a guillotine, but that's no shame in that. He's got a killer guillotine, Brian Kelleher. Anyway, he is fighting out of, Osbourne is fighting out of Pure Vita BJJ/MMA in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And Jerome Rivera fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, from a place I've never heard of, Luttrell/Yi MMA. I looked at the fighters list, there's 10 fighters there. None of them are in the UFC. He is the only fighter out of before Tyson Nam, he was in the Contender Series. That was in August, 2020. So he's relatively new to the scene too. Okay. The notable fighters from Cody Osbourne, from Pure V to BJJ, there are a bunch of them. There's Rick Glenn, Zach Atow, Montel Quick Jackson. Wonder if Montel Quick Jackson and Mike Slow Rodriguez, they're different weight classes. Bantamweight, Mike Slow Rodriguez is, but I wonder if they had a foot race. Montel Quick Jackson should beat him because he's lighter. Anyway, sorry to get off topic there. There's also Jamie the Afro Samurai Simons. He just got KO'd by Giga Chikaze not so long ago, correct? I could be wrong with that, but I think so. Anyway, what I'm saying is, Cody Osbourne is coming from a better camp. And it is very dark in here, isn't it? I should go turn on those other lights. Except they leave a glare right here. So forgive me, there's going to be a glare right here, but it's very... Oh, one of these lights are off too. Boom, there, that makes a world of difference. I don't have to put on the glaring lights. But anyway, let's get on with this. Taking Cody Osbourne, we've got Greedo Plays. Greedo Plays, he does a lot of gaming videos, but he also does superb UFC breakdown videos. Superb. Full card. I'm a fan. I like Greedo. Ever since the first UFC breakdown video, I've never even watched his Madden and he does whole seasons of stuff. I've never watched not one of those. I have nothing against it. I just don't, that's not my thing. I have no interest in seeing that. But I do have an interest in seeing his UFC breakdowns. They are great. Greedo Plays. Did he say how? He did not. He may have, but I didn't write it down. Also, we've got Will Martin. He is from, I believe, Scotland. Definitely from the UK. I want to specify and say Scotland, but don't quote me on that. He's also taken Cody Osbourne. By the way, when I did the Dennis Bondar, Cody Osbourne cap comparison, check it out. It's in the archive or whatever. I just made it like 2 days ago, whatever. You can see it. Everybody picked Dennis Bondar. Not one person picked Cody Osbourne. Okay, just whatever. Anyway, then we have the Community MMA Crisscross. Fight is over and we're going to the club. Something, 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 because we ain't no scrubs. Okay, Community MMA, he is saying, that's Crisscross. He's saying by submission. I'm a fan of Crisscross. Like I've mentioned several times, just to be on, to promote you and have your link in my description and to be on these boards, I have to be a fan. I'm not going to put you up here if I'm not a fan of yours. So, Community MMA Crisscross, I like him. He's saying by submission. Then we've got, now this guy, I'm subscribed to him, and I think I've used him in the past, but I don't, it may have been quite a while ago, but he had all these picks, and they had them all available, so I'm using him now. Pro MMA betting. Now he's taking Osbourne, however, he is not betting this fight. Stay away from it. He's going to pass when it comes to gambling on this because he had these lines. These lines, Cody Osbourne is the favorite at minus 185. If you can't see that, he was saying it was at minus 240 or something ridiculous. So these lines I just got today off of Bet Online. I did print the sheet out, but just take my word for it. Jerome Rivera, plus 160 underdog. That means your $100 bet will win you 160 back. Cody Osbourne, you got to throw up 185 to win that 100. That's how that works. Continuing. Pro MMA betting, like I said, no bet there, but he is taking Cody Osbourne. And finally, my boy. What's up, the homies? That's right. UFC gambling addicts, Leighton. UGA, that stands for UFC gambling addicts. His name is Leighton. He is another guy from the UK. 1, 2, 3 guys from the UK on the show today. That's fine. I like it. Leighton is saying he's taking Osbourne by decision. And what Leighton is awesome. Leighton, he does these smoke breaks where he gives like a little bit of he doesn't take too long, but he smokes and he gives a little bit of inspirational, motivational advice, if you will. Or, it's just something to chomp on when you're with your head. Like today, he had, because he said, go ahead and in the comment or so he got a personal message. The guy, I think, wanted to remain anonymous, but the guy messaged him and said, how do you get out of this, get motivated to do something? How do you get out of a kind of like a depression slump? Now, Leighton is not a psychiatrist, but man, he does have great advice. He said what his recipe to get out of a slump is to don't make yourself an obstacle. Don't get in your own way, because you will have enough obstacles in your day just to, you have to set a goal, a task. Now this is not a word for word. I'm kind of recapping what I heard. I listened to Leighton today he was on my way home. My commute on the way home, I listened to him. And I think he pretty much said, what'd he say? Look for the sweet taste of accomplishment. Or he said it some way, like sweet taste of I did it, quotes. I did it. He's like, if you focus on your task at hand or whatever, even little small tasks to put you throughout the day, focus on that. Do not become an obstacle for yourself, because there'll be plenty of the life and the universe will give you humps and obstacles that you have to encounter. Anyway, don't make yourself one of those obstacles. Don't get in your own way. That's pretty much what I got from it. And the thesis, or the synopsis, the main point is focus on the sweet taste of accomplishment. Go for the I did it. You want that. You want that little sense of victory, that I did it. Despite everything that was in my way today, I managed to, even if it's something mundane, and I got to work and I managed to pull through the day without any, I guess you have to take it case by case, but you have to set a goal, even if it's a mundane task. If you accomplish that, you can say, hey, I did it without flaw, and if there was hiccups, you got past them. Pretty much, you know what? The link's in the description. I can't say it as good as Leighton can. Check out Leighton. Check out his smoke break. That's when he gives this advice. He has a time marker in the description for it. And definitely check out the rest of his predictions, because I'm a fan favorite ever since I heard the guy's voice. Hello. What's up, the homies? That's how he opens up every show. What's up, the homies? I love it. Anyway, so this is a full capper consensus. Right? A full capper consensus. Nora's going to tell you what a full capper consensus is. Do the dance. Get over here. Come on, tell him. Tell him. You're on camera.
A full capper consensus is when other handicappers pick 1, 2, or one
person.
One
side. You can say one side.
One side.
A full capper consensus is when all the handicappers pick one side. And in this case, all of them are taking Osbourne to put the beat down on Jerome, the Renegade Rivera. Yeah, like I said, everybody was going against him when he was going against Dennis Bondar. But I guess Jerome Rivera, because coming off those back-to-back losses, I think he might have, yeah, it's like it was back-to-back. Because he, I think he did win his, maybe 3 in a row. There's something about his Contender Series fight that I heard from one of these handicappers that he really didn't win it, but they gave it to him for something. I don't know. To be honest with you, I really don't know. I didn't look into it that much. These are replacement fights, like I said. But anyway, I'm going to go with the capper consensus, and I'm taking the Jamaican sensation. Jamaican me crazy. You're Jamaican me crazy. Okay, I'm taking the Jamaican sensation, Cody Osbourne. I think he's going to get it done within distance. And that's it. Yeah, moving on. Next on this show, next replacement fight I've got listed. I've got the Guitar Hero, Justin Jaynes, coming in. Now, he's the one that's filling in for the Alex Da Silva. Alex Da Silva withdrew against Devonte Smith. Jaynes comes in with a professional record of 16-6. He's the underdog here at plus 250 for the Guitar Hero. Ugh, yuck. Devonte Smith, he comes with a record of 10-2. Minus 300 favorite, meaning 3-1 odds. Meaning you have to put up $300 just to win 100. That's ridiculous. I mean, ugh. Anyway, let's get into this. Justin Jaynes is coming off a couple losses. He's got a loss to Gavin Tucker by submission. Then he's got, most recently, the loss to Gabriel Benitez. He got knocked out. He trains in Las Vegas at Extreme Couture with, of course, Randy Couture. A lot of oldies. Stephen Bonner, Forrest Griffin, Frank Twigg. But they do have some younger guys there. We have Danny Ige and Punahele Soriano, John Gunderson. I'm just saying he's got a lot of good names coming out of Extreme Couture in Vegas. It's a good camp. Devonte Smith, he's coming out of Factory X Muay Thai in Inglewood, Colorado. He has people like from there. There's Yusuf Zalal who is fighting. Who I picked him to lose. That's right, upset. Brandon Royval, he fights out of there. I am a fan of him. Ian Heinisch and Alexander the Great Hernandez. Those are notable names I did see when I was looking at the Factory X Muay Thai fight training gym, camp, team, whatever you want to call it. Your tooth fell out? Oh. How's your tooth? Did it fall out yet?
No.
It's coming any day now. That was good.
I know.
Okay.
The unicorn fruit snacks.
We're going to start with the King Cage, Devonte Smith. I like to note the rounds are set at 1.5. And the over 1.5 rounds is plus 145. That's somebody, if that doesn't matter who wins, if it goes over 1.5 rounds without somebody losing by submission or TKO or knockout or anything, then you bank or you'll get plus 145. That's how that, just saying, okay? Anyway, Devonte Smith is coming off a loss to Karma Worthy by TKO. He got knocked out, but otherwise he's solid. Let's see. We've got taken him. We're going to go up the card this time. We've got UGA, UFC Gambling Addicts. Layton is saying TKO for Smith, round 3. Now, a lot of these guys said Justin Jaynes is one of those type of first round or bust fighters. That's why. I think that's why the over is high, because they expect things to go down first round. Because Jaynes, if he's gonna put it all out there in the first round. This is what I heard. I think I want to say from Will Martin. Will Martin's taking Devonte Smith, and Will Martin said or it might have been from Robbie and producer. Like I said, I get these guys confused. From Raw MMA News, they're also taking Smith. Both of them, Robbie and the producer. Did I? Oh. Nope, I'm not using them. That's right. They didn't have a pick on this game or on this fight. They didn't. I watched Raw MMA News, and out of all three of these, he only predicted one of these. So he had no pick on here. He had no pick on here, because I know in his defense they are replacement fights. He had a pick on here though. But yeah, I'm not using them. So I think what I heard was from Will Martin. Anyway, he was saying Jaynes first round or bust because he gasses. After the first round, you can see it in his face. He's winded. His gas tank is empty. So he's like a first round or bust guy. That's why he's taking Devonte Smith. Greedo, he's saying Devonte Smith by KO in the first. Okay. And Chris Cross, the Community MMA. Community MMA is also taking Devonte Smith. Pro MMA Betting is the last one on here, and he's also taken Devonte Smith. Pro MMA Betting. Okay, so this is another full capper consensus. Yeah, but look at the odds. You kind of think it would be. But you know what? Me being the contrarian, I don't care, man. I'm taking the Guitar Hero, Justin Jaynes. I like him. I remember, of course, not the past two fights, but who was it? He had a fight. I should have wrote that sucker down. He had a fight, and I went against him, and he ended up winning first round knockout. Man, I can't. Who was it against? But I bet against him, and then he knocked the guy out, and he was the underdog. And then after the fight, he said something like, "See that underdog? All you guys think I don't have it in me, and all this." And I'm like, Justin Jaynes, you sure showed me, yeah. And I liked that. I liked how he did that, and I think everybody is selling him short. Like, he's underrated, I would say. That would be a good term. But Devonte Smith is a beast. That's the thing. Devonte Smith should win. He's a better fighter, but I'm going to go with my biased emotions today, and I'm taking Jaynes just to be the contrarian, and I will bet money on it. This is a parlay here. Like I say, I want to be transparent and authentic, so I will. And because he's a 250, and I think he's going to get it done within the first round. How's that? No, I don't. I just think he's going to win, though. I don't have to say how, because he's such an underdog. I got Jaynes. Yeah, I'm going out on the limb. Obviously, everybody in the whole world's taking Devonte Smith, but I'm with you, Guitar Hero. Okay, and you know what? Within distance, how's that? How you like me now? Okay, King Cage. How you like that? King Cage. You know what? He's spelled King Cage with a K. Cage with a K. Come on, corny. All right. Finally, we've got Cody Stamann versus Askar, the Palestinian. Okay. This is a featherweight fight. Cody Stamann, the Spartan, he's coming off that loss to Jimmy Rivera, a unanimous decision loss. Before that, he did beat, I want to say it was Brian Kelleher, and that was the fight. Like, he took it at within a week after he had a brother that died of cancer, and he took the fight. Like, he found out, I think he already had the fight booked, and it was like a day or two prior to that fight against Brian Kelleher. He took that and he won. It was a decision victory, and I remember him crying after the fight. Brian Kelleher was, being a man, he was like, consoling him and saying, dude, I give you complete props. I wouldn't be able to fight after a death in the family and all this stuff. It was pretty, pulled my heartstrings, got me right here. It did. But anyway, and I'm not joking either. But anyway, Cody Stamann, then he got beat by unanimous decision to Jimmy Rivera. So, Askar, he's coming out of the LFA. This is his debut, UFC debut. He's jumping in there. He fights out of Midwest Training Center. That's in Illinois. But like I said, he is a Palestinian. His last fight was a win in the the LFA, and that's against Kevin Worth, and that was a unanimous decision. And one of these handicappers pointed out all his wins have been by decision. He doesn't have knockouts or submissions on his scorecard. Like everything's by decision. His nickname is AK-47. Really? Like the machine gun. Yeah, what a cornball. Anyway, I was looking at his Midwest Training Center fight team on Tapology, and they have like a bootleg Clay Guida. They have a guy named Jason Guida, and they got a picture of him, and he's got like the longish kind of hair. Like it looked like the Wish version. You order stuff from Wish from China, it comes in, it doesn't look, and it's like a lesser version of what you think you're getting. That's this guy Jason Guida. Just check it out on Tapology. Check out the Midwest Training Center. I'm not putting shade on this guy. He does have his record is 19-28, and he's been fighting since like 2006 or 2004. That's why and he's got the same name, Guida. That's why in my head I'm like, is this the bootleg version of Clay the Carpenter Guida? Is this his stepbrother, or is this his kid brother or something, or older brother, because he's older? Jason Guida, he's 43 now, and he hasn't fought since 2014, so he doesn't have a ranking. But man, I liked that. That was cool. Askar. He's like the bootleg version. I can't forget it. I'm not even gonna. I am just. No offense to anybody. I'm sorry if I offended Jason Guida or Askar or any of the Midwest Training Center. I'm sure it is a great camp. Nobody in there is UFC. Nobody. There's Askar is the only guy that's not regional because he had an little LFA stint. But that's it. All right. Anyway. Cody Stamann, I really can't say much more. He's a Michigan top team. Not American top team, Michigan top team. I didn't even look at, or did I? I might have looked at it, but I didn't see any names that really stuck out from his gym either. So, anyway, let's get on with this. Cody Stamann is a minus 500 favorite. Ridiculous. That's why I shouldn't even be doing this, because you already know what's going to happen. You already know. Look. Bam, bam. I don't even, without you, yeah, who in the right mind is going to take Askar? Nobody. No, nada. Okay, so I'm just going to write these down, scribble them down fast. UGA late, and he's saying he's Stamann submission round 2, second round submission. Then we've got Greedo. He's saying by decision. Will Martin. Well, now Will Martin did say some good stuff about Askar. He said he is a grinder. Or was that Robbie? Man, because this is the one. By the way, I'll throw him up here. Robbie, Raw MMA News. Him and the producer both picked Cody Stamann, and I think he might have been the one that's saying Askar is a grinder. One of these two guys, like meaning he's very durable and he grinds. He doesn't all his fights go to decision. So he's got he's 11-1. You can't forget about that. Just because they're in the regional scene or LFA, still 11 victories. I didn't really look at the cans that he crushed on his way to the UFC debut here, but he did beat some people in LFA anyway. Yeah, that's why he's an underdog at plus 385. You can make a whopping on that. Now, 11-1. That's something to keep in mind. Cody Stamann, he's good. I don't know if he's top 10. I don't think so. Maybe he's probably top 15, right around there. If this is a golden opportunity for him. If he beats Cody Stamann, he jumps right up the rankings, right to like top 20. And right now I don't even know. I'm not even gonna hypothesize his position right now, but I know it's his debut. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Community MMA. Crisscross also. He said Stamann by KO or unanimous decision, and if he doesn't get it by either one of those, he should be embarrassed. And finally, Pro MMA Betting also taking Cody Stamann, the Spartan. So there you have it. I'm not taking Askar. Nothing against the guy. I hope he does well, but I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to beat Cody Stamann. But who knows? This is a crazy lot of underdogs this year, and this card I've already picked several underdogs. I highlighted them. Let me put my name on this first. This, of course, here I've only picked one underdog because the big line favorites, To recap, time check. Oh, good. We're good. I pick Cody Osbourne in the first fight on the whole card, first opening the show. Cody Osbourne should win within distance against Jerome Rivera. Then I've got Jaynes upsetting the world against Devonte Smith. I think he should be able to be durable enough to. I'm definitely taking the over here, the over 1.5. Jaynes does get winded. I've seen it. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen it with my own eyes. After he's kind of like that first rounder bust guy, I'm just hoping that first round goes great for Jaynes. And even if it doesn't, I think he might have the durability and the wrestling. He coaches wrestling or teaches it or something. He's big in wrestling. I think he was like a collegiate wrestler. I do believe. But anyway, he's got good wrestling. That's why he gasses out. Wrestling takes a lot more out of you than dancing around giving strikes and taking strikes. Well, taking strikes, of course, gets a lot out of you. But you expel a lot of energy wrestling when you're on the ground because you're using more muscles and in a different way. You're against resistance, pressure, rather than just wind, So that's why I'm taking Jaynes for the big upset. Look at that, plus 250 Gotta love that. I think he's going to get it done within distance. That'll juice that up too. But finally, the last replacement fight. I've got Cody Stamann. He should take care of Askar, the Palestinian fighting out of Midwest Training Center with awesome Jason Guida. So there you have it. Gather the info, place those bets, and cash those tickets. I appreciate you watching. Please be sure to give me that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done that, because I've covered every fight except for the main and co-main event. I'm gonna try to do them Saturday with the Bulgarian Cowboy Vlad, because I try to be a man of my word. I already told him I would do that. So I don't know how yet. Maybe StreamYard, maybe what's the other one? Skype or StreamYard. I'm not sure. I gotta still mess around with all that stuff. It's all new to me. But then after I do this weekend, I'm gonna set something up where I'm on the show with, or bring him on my show. If this weekend's successful and I can manage to get Vlad on UFC Celebrities and Classic, if I can get Vlad on my show Saturday morning, I will use whatever method I used, I'm going to use that and continue to stroll with that. And then I'm going to bring in MMA Parlay King, because he's my new buddy. And, you know, the opportunities grow from there. I can bring on all sorts of different handicappers as long as they accept my invite, which I seem to get along with the majority of them. Some of them hating. Haters gonna hate, you know? And that's fine too. Good on you. Anyway, good luck on these bets. Hit the bell. Might as well, because I can tell that I'm swell. I'm sorry. But anyway, hit the bell, because I'm making videos all the time. Good luck on these bets, and I will see you next episode.